Welcome to Storied Audio. I didn't recognize the song the first time I heard it. It was a slow Sunday morning, sunlight spilling across my kitchen counter. My friends crowded around my phone because they were obsessed with this new musician everyone online was calling the poet of heartbreak. His name was Elias Hart. I hadn't thought about that name in years. My friend Marissa pressed play. "Listen," she said, clutching her chest dramatically. "This is the one that's going viral. The love song. The one he wrote in secret." The guitar started, soft, aching, familiar in a way that made my stomach tighten. Then his voice came in. It was him. I hadn't heard that voice since the night I walked out of his apartment, leaving behind the man who loved me more fiercely than anyone ever had. But I didn't realize it was him. Not yet. My friends were swooning, talking over each other. "He's so handsome. He writes like he's actually lived through something real. I swear if a man ever wrote a song like this about me, I'd marry him on the spot." I laughed with them, but something in my chest felt strange, like a door I'd nailed shut years ago had just rattled. Then the lyrics hit. "You left before you knew that you were the home I was trying to build." My breath caught. My hands went cold, because those were my words. I had said them to him once, in a fight, in tears, telling him I didn't know how to be someone's home. He had held me, whispering that he'd wait for me to figure it out. But I didn't wait. I ran. The next line sealed it. "I kept your letter in the drawer. The one you thought I never read." I felt the room tilt. Because I had written him a letter the night I left, a letter I never thought he'd read because I tucked it under a stack of his sheet music, too afraid to hand it to him. My friends were still talking, still swooning, still falling in love with the man behind the song. And I was standing there realizing, the man the whole world was falling in love with was my ex. And the love song that made him famous was about me. I excused myself and went to my bedroom, shutting the door before the tears came. I had left him because I was scared. Scared of how deeply I loved him. Scared of how much he saw me. Scared that one day he'd realize he deserved better. So I left first. And now he was everywhere. On magazine covers. On late-night interviews. On millions of playlists. And the world adored him. I opened my laptop and typed his name. Photo after photo appeared. Him on stage. Him smiling shyly in interviews. Him signing autographs with that same gentle expression I used to wake up to. He looked older. More confident. More complete. But his eyes, those soft, thoughtful eyes, still held the same quiet sadness I used to see when he thought I wasn't looking. And suddenly I needed to know. Did he still think of me? Did he still love me? Or had the world filled the space I left behind? I started small. I checked his social media. Nothing personal, just music, tour dates, charity events. He had always been private. I searched interviews. In one, the host asked him who the love song was about. He smiled, that soft, secret smile I knew too well. "I wrote it for someone I lost," he said quietly. "Someone I never stopped loving." My heart slammed against my ribs. But he didn't say my name. He didn't give any hint. Maybe he was protecting me. Maybe he had moved on. I had to know. I messaged old mutual friends. Most didn't respond. One did, briefly. "He's touring. He doesn't talk about the past much." That hurt more than I expected. I found his manager's email. I typed a message. Deleted it. Typed again. Deleted again. What was I supposed to say? "Hi, I think the love song that made him famous is about me. Can you ask him if he hates me or not?" Ridiculous. But the need didn't go away. Every night, I listened to the song. Every night, I heard pieces of our memories woven into the melody. The night we danced in his kitchen. The morning he kissed my forehead and told me I made the world softer. The way he used to look at me like I was the only thing he wanted. I had thrown all of that away. And now I needed to know if he had closed the door I once slammed shut. One night, after hours of searching, I found a small announcement on his website. He was doing a meet and greet in Nashville. 2 weeks from now. Limited tickets. My hands shook as I bought one. My friends thought I was insane. "You're going to see him? What if he's dating someone? What if he doesn't want to see you? What if he forgot you?" But I didn't care. For the first time in years, I felt something stronger than fear. I felt determination. I had to see him. I had to hear his voice in person. I had to know if the love he poured into that song was still alive, or just a memory he had learned to sing beautifully. The night before the trip, I listened to the song again. And for the first time, I heard the line I had always missed. If you ever hear this song, I hope you come home. My breath broke. Because maybe he had been waiting for me to hear it. Maybe this was his way of reaching out across the years, across the silence, across the heartbreak. Maybe the song wasn't just a confession. Maybe it was an invitation. And tomorrow I would find out. When I finally stepped into the meet and greet room, my hands were trembling so badly I had to press them together to keep steady. The air felt thick with anticipation, laughter, and the hum of voices, but all of it faded the moment I saw him. Elias was sitting at the far end, signing something for a fan, and when he looked up, his eyes found mine instantly. For a heartbeat, neither of us moved. Then he stood, slowly, like he couldn't believe I was real. The look in his eyes, that same quiet, unwavering love, made my breath catch. I smiled, tears threatening, and he smiled back, warm and familiar. In that moment, I didn't know what would happen next, but I hoped, with everything in me, that this was the start of finding our way back to each other. Subscribe to the channel for more audio stories.